Hello everyone, I'm Brock from Imagine Designs. Today I'm going to do a short video on the process of putting together a couple of the busts from my Kickstarter campaign, the Thunder of Dragons. Okay, so first off, I've got all my parts here in a bin. We're going to be building the Silver Dragon first. I've already went through, cleaned off all the supports, and sanded all the pieces. If you've been following the campaign, you might have noticed that all my backers get a 20% discount coupon from 3D Gloop. This is a glue, just got a new box in, that I discovered. It's a little bit more expensive than your regular super glues, but let me tell you, this glue is amazing for gluing PLA models together. I print a lot of things that are big, and trying to use super glue, it works, but after a while the models will just fall apart. I got so sick of putting in tons of work, and then all of a sudden I move it one day and it falls apart. But this stuff, this glue is absolutely amazing. And again, all of my backers get a 20% off coupon for this glue. I really suggest that you sand all the flat areas that you're going to glue together. It just really helps the glue stick together. Make sure you shake your glue. Get out some of the keys here. Okay, so starting with the big pieces first. Always test fit your pieces before you put them together, just to make sure everything goes according to plan. There we go. That's how that should fit. Looks good. The keys are purposely made a little small, so they do have a little bit of wiggle room. It's mostly just to make sure you get the position right, and then after you glue it, you can flatten your surfaces out and make it exactly right. So I just paint the edges with the glue. You're gonna go through a lot of glue if you paint the whole surface. And believe me, just the edges will hold it just fine. And you wanna do both sides of your model. Paint the edges of the two sides you're gluing together. Stick it together. This glue does take 24 hours to completely cure, but it'll stick together and you won't be able to get it apart really quickly. So make sure you've lined up your part really well. Press it and hold. All right, that piece is ready to sit and dry for now. Okay, so let's put together his head. So again, test fit all your pieces before you add glue. All right. Yep, and yep. Let's see. It's not fitting all the way down. Could be that I just haven't cleared that out enough. So another good thing to always have is one of these little picks. I get these at the hardware store. Still a little bit too much. Then you just sand it down. Okay, there. That fits together pretty nice. Now this glue will look like it dried up on you, but it's sort of like a contact adhesive. So hold it together nice and tight. All right, so then just set that piece aside. So now back to the big piece that we've already started. Okay, there's that. And then this goes in here like that. That one's nice and snug. Pops together. Seam looks good. All right. So that's together. All right. Just a little bit more of a squeeze. Now I'm going to put together the back of his head. Goes like this. Test fit that. That'll fit together nice. So we can put these two parts together. Okay. That fits together. There we go. Put one on the back. There. Now we should be able to go back some of these other parts that we did before. Take the clamp off. Yeah, see, it's already stuck enough that the clamp doesn't need to be on there anymore. Let's put on his chin. Test fit a key in there. Let's see what we got. It's a little long. No problem, we just trim that off a little bit. Depending on your print settings, you know, your printer might fill in the keyholes. So you might have a little bit of support inside one of these little holes, if you can see that little hole there. But you can just trim down the key. All right, we almost have a full dragon. Now we'll go into his side fins here. And there's the large horn. All right, we got the horns glued on that side. Set that over there. Choose this other cheek. So what I'm doing is there's just a little ridge where it was on the build plate, so I'm just taking that off. All right, got another side done. That's what we can do next. Put on the large horns. Which go on here. Cool, just like that. You can see that. All right, other side. Perfect. Okay, got his horns glued on. There we go. So I just put the 2 little keys in there. Now we'll test fit it to the rest of the body. There we go. Beautiful. So there's that. His cheeks should be ready to go on now. Looks cool. Yeah, this dragon was really difficult to cut up. It was a challenge with all the horns and the fins, and it took me some time, a couple tries to do it, to figure it out, make it right. But that, and to make it so you can actually get the supports off of it without destroying it. Each dragon brought its own new challenges. Being new to this, a lot of trial and error, a lot of failed prints and successful prints that I had to throw away because I couldn't get the supports off, to be quite honest. But anytime you're trying something new that you've never done before, you're going to make mistakes, but each one was a learning process, so I'm happy for that. So as you can see, the head gets very complicated as we go. Okay, so while we wait for a few things to just solidify a little bit, I've taken the time to go in and sand all the plaque parts. So we're going to glue that together now. Now, for me, putting these together is, you know, the first step in a process that will take quite a while to finish. So I'll go back in and I'll fill in the seams with green stuff, or this is also another product that's very much like green stuff. It's a lot cheaper. It's called Magic Sculpt, I think is what it's called. I'll leave a link in the description of this video, but you get 2 big canisters. It's a 2-part epoxy. You mix the 2 together just like green stuff, but it comes out white. Yeah, I'll go back in, I'll fix all the seams. On something like the plaque, I would sand this down, and then any of the seams on here, I would use Bondo on myself. If you're not familiar with Bondo, it's a body filler for cars, and it dries in minutes, and it's sandable, it's paintable, it works so much better. You know, I'll do other videos on that process, on how I prep all my models. I made all the pegs on these plaques so that they should fit in just like that. Now, since we're on the topic, I did include a slot here so that you can hang it on a wall, on a nail, maybe a small screw. But I know that's probably not going to be the ideal solution to hang these. What I suggest, this is a product, I'll also leave a link in the description for this. This is called Z-Clip. How these Z-Clips work is you put the piece that's going to the back of the plaque, so it's like that. The piece that's going to go to the wall fits in here like that, and it actually clips it onto the wall. It works really nice. Again, you can buy these on Amazon. You can buy them in long pieces. You can cut them up yourself to the size that you want, or you can get them in, I think they come in 2-inch pieces. I would center this, but very slowly just screw that into the back of the plaque. Again, make sure it's straight. Boom, just like that. Then again, this part ridges to the wall, would hang onto your wall, and then that does that, so it holds it. That's the best solution to hang these. It's going to hold them nice and tight to the wall, and it's going to be nice and secure. There's the plaque complete. I think we can go on to the other parts now. Bring his head in. And I'm not taking a lot of time for these to dry, maybe 5-10 minutes. Look at that. It's a pretty tight fit. Cool. So let's put some glue on this. There we go. Beautiful. Got his head on. A little bit of a seam, but nothing that's not manageable. All right, so we got the top of his head to do. There we go. Ah, look at that. Perfect. All right. Just like that. One completed dragon on his plaque. This guy was such a challenge with all the fins and horns and stuff. It came out really nice. So now I want to share with you one of the dragon gods. So this one's my personal favorite. I really love dwarves. I love the imagery, the design aspects that everybody uses, the hard angles and stuff like that. So I designed a Mithril dragon, my own creation. I don't know if there's one in D&D already, but there might be. But this one, the idea behind it is the dwarves were tired of their hordes being taken over by dragons. So they petitioned their gods, the dwarven gods, for help. And they fashioned a dragon out of mithril. They built it. And the dwarven gods gave them a magical collar that would bring this dragon to life. And it would protect their treasure from any other dragons that would come by. This dragon looks like a dwarf, but he's made out of mithril, and he's got this magical collar that brings him to life. So that's the next dragon I'm going to put together right now. In the world I'm creating, this is the metallic dragon god. Let's get all the parts out here. But you can see he's got a nice dwarven beard, also a mohawk. like a berserker style mohawk here going on. Yeah, I had a lot of fun making this guy. And his armor plates look like shields going down the sides of him. So let's get this guy together. I've been waiting to do this for quite a while now. This is the first dragon god that I've printed. And I am really excited to get him together to show you guys. Oh, one tip on printing the pieces with teeth, like that. This one, I did supports everywhere, and it didn't really support the teeth, the individual teeth. In the other dragons, most of them should be able to be printed supportless. The only reason I put supports on this is because of his beard, his little mustache coming off. But for the majority of the dragons, if they have teeth, that piece should be able to be printed supportless. If you're looking at it and say, you know what, I think I need a support here, you can always use paint on supports. So you can paint on supports where you think you might need them. But I've you know, I've tried really hard to make the parts where they have teeth, when they have an open mouth, to make that supportless if at all possible. Just a note, just want to let you guys know that. All right. This one's going to be a lot of fun. I've already sanded all of this. A lot of it's been test fit together already. So let's get right in. Shake up the glue again. It likes to settle. I'm just gluing in keys right now. Like I said, I've already test fit this one together, but just in case, with the keys only on one side, let's fit it together one more time. Yeah, that fits really nice. Yeah, just look at, that's his body. I think this is so cool. All right, just like that. Like I said, this guy's gonna be big. And you can start to see the magical collar that's around him. Now we do the back of his neck. Okay. Cool. Now, let's flip him over. You know, on big areas like this, I'd put a little bit in the middle, just a line or two. Okay. There's his body. This thing is so awesome. Front. All right. Let's build his face. His bottom jaw. His top jaw. Just like that. There's his face. Now I'll put on his beard. All right, there we go. Dwarven beard on a dragon. There. All right. So there's his face. Let's go back to his neck here. Oh, I see. is his head. I'm really like a kid in a candy shop right now. I've been waiting to see this one together ever since I designed it. Oh man, he's so cool. Look at that. So cool. Absolutely, probably my favorite one right here. So he's also got 2 big ram horns. Do I have the right side? Yeah. So he's got 2 big ram horns. Get him together. Alright, so put the last horn on here. Alright, so there he is, the Dragon God of Mithril. As you can see, he's quite big. Totally worth it, totally awesome. Anyways, thank you for joining me today. I had a good time. Glad I got to show a couple of these to you. Silver dragon. Normal size dragon. And I don't think I can pick him up right now. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Dragon God of Mithril. So you can see the difference in their sizes. Super excited about that. Anyways, again, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm glad I got to show you a couple of these. For all those that haven't, please support the Thunder of Dragons on Kickstarter to get these amazing models. That's all for now. Talk to you later. Thanks.